Yeah. It's a bit like
Kia ora, everyone, please come and be seated. We're expecting to get underway any minute now, so please, if you're not in your seats, come and find one, and we'll be underway shortly.
The main thing is that but yeah, there are stars you never need to doubt it. I'll make you so sure of it. God only knows what I feel. If you should have me, the light would still go on, believe me. The world could show nothing to me. So what good would living do me? God only knows what I'd be without you. God only knows what I'd be without you. If you should have not leave me, the light would still go on, believe me. The world could show nothing to me. So what good would living do me? God only knows what I'd be without you. 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 God only knows what I'd
No mai haere mai, and welcome to this, the 5th day of January 2023, also known as Jem Declan's wedding day. It is my absolute pleasure to be here with you today, their wedding day, the start of the rest of their lives. With God and all of you as their witness, today they will be married. You are here today not by accident, but by intent. When Jem and Declan sat down and thought about who they wanted with them on their wedding day, your name came up. You are their people, their family and their friends, their support systems, their favourite people. By being here today, they carry a part of you with them forever. You are now a part of their story, so welcome. And to start us off, I'd like to invite Cassia to come and do a reading. Okay, all good. You will need a mic. Yeah. Oh, here you go.
It's oldie, but it's a goodie. If I could speak all the languages of the earth and angels, but didn't love others, I would only be a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal. If I had the gift of prophecy, and if I understood all of God's secret plans and possessed all knowledge, and if I had such faith that I could move mountains, but I did not love others, I would be nothing. If I gave everything I had to the poor and even sacrificed my body, I could boast about it, but I would have gained nothing. Love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous or boastful or proud or rude. It does not demand its own way. It is not irritable. It does not keep record of being wronged. It does not rejoice about injustice, but rejoices whenever the truth wins out. Love never gives up, never loses faith, is always hopeful, and endures through every circumstance.
And I will now invite Caitlin to share a poem.
This is Accidents of Birth by William Meredith. Spared by a car or aeroplane crash, or cured of malignancy, people look around with new eyes at a newly praiseworthy world, blinking eyes like these. For I've been brought back again from the fine silt, the mud where our atoms lie down for long naps. And I've also been pardoned miraculously for years by the lava of chance which runs down the world's gullies, silting us back. Here I am, brought back, set up, not yet happened away. But it's not this random life only, throwing its sensual astonishments upside down in the bloody membranes behind my eyeballs. Not just me being here again, old Nita, looking for someone to need,
Oh, it could be the
but
cable.
you, up from the clay yourself, as luck would have it, and inching over the same little segment of Earthball in the same little eon to meet in a room, alive in our skins, and the whole galaxy gaping there, and the centuries whining like gnats. You, to teach me to see it with you, and to offer somebody uncomprehending, impudent thanks.
I now invite all of you to stand as we share a hymn.
Brother, sister, let me serve. Let me be as Christ to you. Pray that I may have the grace to let you be my servant. We are pilgrims on a journey, they come
Declan and Jem chose to marry here in Amberley, as it has been a home for Jem. It's where she grew, it's part of who she is, it's where she gathered the first parts of herself and started to grow into the woman that Declan fell in love with. For Jem and Declan, home is where their people are. It means that they have two places of significance. Here in Aotearoa and in Garamilla, Darwin, and Canterbury. They've asked me to acknowledge their other home, Darwin, the people who can't be here today, but will continue to play a massive role in their lives and in their marriage. We know that their friends back home in Darwin are thinking of them today. Their lives on the live stream. When I asked Declan and Jem what the most important thing to them about their wedding was, Jem said, "It's about announcing my commitment to Declan before the people I love, and it's about asking our community to acknowledge and affirm our unity and to keep us accountable to each other." And Declan said it's about sharing our love with the ones we love. So Declan and Jem ask you, their people, to see them and to hear them today, as they ask you to acknowledge and affirm their love today. They commit their lives to each other in front of you for forever from this day forward. I also ask them what marriage means, not only to the day today, but also what marriage means, why they've chosen to make this commitment to each other. And Declan said, "Marriage is a recognition of a special bond between us. Without sounding too cynical, it's also extremely important to Jem. So it's important to me through transience. I also love that our two very different families collide for a day." Declan recognises the importance that marriage holds to his best friend, his partner, his Jem, and in doing so, he carries and holds his marriage at the centre of his world because it's also where he holds Jem. And Jem said marriage to her means families and friends and commitment and longevity. So I invite both of them to keep it close to them, to keep this commitment close to you. And we ask the people here to remind you of the promise that you have made to each other today, the commitment you make before each other. When you're quick to anger, remember the commitment. When the neurotypical is nowhere to be found, remember the commitment, laugh and remember. And when you share your vows and exchange your rings today, remember the commitment. Your meeting was meant to be, that was for sure. Declan had just returned home to Darwin after 7 years away, and I, probably alongside Jem's family, was trying to convince her to move back to Aotearoa as always. It was a moment in lockdown, a swipe of yes. Some catfishing on Declan's part. Jem liked the long hair in the photo, it was gone by the time they met. It was movies, it was chats about everything and anything. It was trivial trivia. It's what got us here today. This is yours. When I was writing the ceremony, I asked Declan and Jem to share what songs reminded them of each other. And Jem said, "How to Make Gravy" by Paul Kelly. It wasn't a song I'd heard before, but I listened to it and I read the lyrics, and I was surprised to learn at the core of it, it's actually quite a sad song. It's about missing people, it's about being lost, it's about craving family tradition and craving the people you know like the back of your hand. I'm told Declan loves this song because and loves reminding Jem it's gravy day. A sweet little tradition they're building that will include more and more people as their family grows and they create their own traditions. Declan said to me the song that reminds him of Jem the most is "You Don't Think You Like People Like Me" by Alex Leahy. The chorus sings, "You don't think you like people like me." I know I've heard this one before. Maybe I'm the one exception that could last forever, but that can only happen if you let us be together. You don't think you like people like me. Declan said to me that the song reminds him of the obstacles that they've overcome to stand here today, about to be husband and wife. Jem wasn't sure if Declan was for someone like Declan was for her. Wasn't sure if she was someone for him. But as we know, Jem's ended up jumping feet first in, look at one another and remember this moment. You have been many things to many other people, friends and acquaintances. Today you can become lovers, dance partners, friends, teachers. For you have learned so much from one another in these last few years that you shall say a few words that take you across the threshold of life. And things will never quite be the same for you after these vows. You shall say to the world, this is my husband and this is my wife. Now I invite you to share your vows. Let's go first. I'll go grab you 1 second.
Already tearing. So, to Declan. On the 8th of August, 2020, when things were new, and I thought that this might just be a fling, and I was trying to figure things out, I wrote in my journal that I thought you were God's gift to me. And on the 15th of August, when you asked me about the way that God showed up in my life, I told you that you were God's gift to me. And every day since then, you have shown me that goodness. You are kind, you are wise, you are funny, you challenge me to live according to my convictions, you are supportive, you are patient, caring, creative, you love to teach me things even if I don't understand what nuclear fission is. And you love me, even when I don't do the dishes. I am excited for our future as we face all the hopes, disappointments, joys and frustrations of life together. Through all of it, I promise to be always on your team, to love you, support you, and encourage you during both the easy days and the hard days. I trust you with my dreams, my hopes and fears, as I promise to care for and cherish your dreams, hopes and fears. This is a paraphrase of a hymn that has been living in my head for almost as long as we've been engaged. Let us build a house where love can dwell and all may safely live. A place where friends and children tell our hearts how to forgive. Built of hopes and dreams and visions, full of trust and of grace. And all are welcome in this space. My dream is to build this with you as a team from today.
Oh, it's a little short. I knew I'd be crying too much to say anything too long. Jem, you've been the kindest and brightest light in my life since I met you. You share that light with me each and every day, and all I hope is that I can continue to kindle that light as we go together. My love for you strengthens with each day we share joy, and even more on the tough days. And I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you.
These words that you've shared bond you. They speak of the promise you've made to each other. In quiet moments, remember them. In overwhelming moments, remember them. When you look at your finger and see your wedding band, remember them. The wedding rings around a perfect symbol, a perfect circle. They have no beginning, and they also have no end. They symbolize that from today, your marriage will have no end. You are together forever from here on out. Rings are an outward expression of an inward commitment. You're saying to the world, my heart is with another. And with that, could we please have the rings? Who wants to? Perfect. Declan Lawrence Coffey, do you take Jemmina Bernice Hingston to be your lawfully wedded wife? Perfect. Do you promise to love Jem today, tomorrow and every day? Do you promise to expect the best out of her always and carry her when she needs it, in sickness and in health? Do you promise to laugh and to listen? Do you promise to continue to be intentional with the big and small things? Do you promise to care, to continue to care and love for others alongside Jem in your marriage? And Declan, do you promise to continue to create space for Jem to be an example of Christ to you, to live her ideas and to follow her heart? You may place the ring on her finger. Perfect. Jem, do you take Declan to be your lawfully wedded husband? Do you promise to love Declan today, tomorrow and every day? Do you promise to expect the best out of him always and carry him when he needs it in sickness and in health? Do you promise to laugh and to listen? Jem, do you promise to always listen to Declan's trivial trivia and continue being the best partner for games night? Do you promise to keep reconnecting Declan with kindness and being your wise self to provide space for his anxieties and his reflections? Do you promise to continue to be kind, continue to be patient, continue to make Declan laugh, and continue to be an example of faith? But mostly, do you promise to continue to be you? And you now may place the ring on Declan's finger. You have made this commitment to each other today, and you now have the rings to show it. And what a better way to seal the deal than with a shot. Bottoms up. And now we're going to sign the register, so Patrick and Cassia, come this way. So, what's your sister's name? Coffee. Sorry.
Take my whole life.
as Cassia said, shared Corinthians 1, verse 13, talks of how important love is. The final verse speaks of love being the greatest, the most important and the strongest of all. Have faith in each other, hope in each other, but mostly love each other, and the rest will come. The greatest of these remain faith, hope, and love, but the greatest of these is love. Love will see you through. It will see you through those 10, 20, 30, and 40-year plans you dreamed of. It will see you through to wild rugrats running around in your own home. It will see you through road trips. Love will see you working together and gardening a giant veggie patch, which Jem will no doubt be using to feed the community around her. Love will see you through board game nights with your families and the inevitable fights that follow. Love will see you through the next generation and the one after that. And Declan, it turns out she does in fact like people like you. May tomorrow and every day bring you joy and laughter. May Christmas bring you gravy. And may you always laugh. It is my absolute joy and pleasure to pronounce you husband and wife. Declan and Jem, you may share a kiss. If you have cones, please feel free to throw flowers as the couple walk down the aisle.
Did you want to throw some?
Really expecting it.
He was getting me out of the voice.